Hello, welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. My name is Jay, joined by Dan, Max, Mike, Philip, and Rondell. We are going to get into a lot of topics, a lot of things happening. We're about to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of promising to do a podcast because a week from today, me, Max, and Philip started putting false promises on Facebook saying that a podcast was coming, and that started this week. So thank you to everybody that's been with us for the last year. We have some revamping coming September 1st, so that first week's podcast is going to be awesome. We're working on our first original thing with Mike. It should be pretty fun, funny. I finished the script today, I think, so hopefully this works out nicely. But I tried to do this as a musical, but it got shot down 2-6, so we lost. But anyway, the first topic of today is something that I know everybody has been anticipating for a very, very long time. We've had a Lego movie, we've had a Minecraft movie announced, and we've had an Emojis movie. And to keep things going, we now have a Pez dispenser movie on the horizon. I know that everybody is excited as this amazing... Oh yeah, Tetris was another movie that they're making. This is another fantastic idea coming straight out of Hollywood because everybody keeps saying they want original material. Here we go. We got a Pez movie coming. Mike, my good friend. And also, I highly recommend anybody watching our YouTube channel, check out Mike on Periscope. It's very good stuff. Mike, what are your thoughts on Pez?
As long as they get really, really dark with it and show like heads exploding because you're eating too much Pez and mixing it with soda, I can't see myself seeing this movie at any point ever. So, yeah.
Cue Max rant. Go. Our audio-only viewers, Max, cannot see you shaking your head.
Oh yeah, the audio-only viewers definitely can't see me shaking my head.
Right.
But,
a long day.
yeah, no, this isn't worth a rant. This is stupid. No, that's it.
Philip?
Yeah, so I second that. Very stupid. I don't get it. I mean, it's just a bunch of licensed characters, so I don't understand once you just make a movie with those licensed characters, why does it have to be Pez dispensers? I think maybe Mike has an idea, but I don't know. I mean, I think it could be entertaining with if they let Trey Parker and Matt Stone make it. But
yeah, they're gonna be Canadian.
I was gonna say it'd be Canadian versions of all of our favorite characters.
What was that, Mike? Did you want to say? Nope, he's passing. All right.
Dan, your thoughts on a Pez dispenser movie?
As long as they have a big battle scene and it's got like Pez guys laying down and like Pez coming out of their necks and you're like, "Wah!" and no, it sounds pretty dumb actually.
Have you seen those Pez guns that they have?
No.
Oh yeah, dude, you could definitely work it into your war scene, dude. Like the Pez guns is just like shooting Pez all over the place.
But I was
yeah,
using
man.
Pez candy as like they're like innards and it's just like coming out.
But Pez will be everything.
Oh, everything Pez.
Yeah, like the bullets are Pez, the blood is Pez.
I mean, do you get free Pez for just going to the movie? I mean, it just like when they give you the 3D glasses when you walk in, they just give you like a fucking handful of Pez. Like, here you go, see ya.
Yeah, the Pez movie is 3D, but you don't need glass. Just a guy throwing Pez at the crowd. Well, maybe Philip, maybe you're onto something. Maybe it is the fact that they want the licensed characters because Pez has license to these characters just like Lego did. But this just in, they're going to make a Snickers, Butterfinger, and Milky Way candy bar movie as well. So keep an eye out for that announcement coming soon, because that's just as stupid.
Somewhere out there, E.T. just creamed his jeans over all that candy.
He
needs Reese's Pieces, and he'll be ready.
Right now, Mike Judge is eating Pez and laughing because his movie Idiocracy is coming to fruition right here in front of our very eyes. Rondell, what's your thoughts on Pez?
The whole idea is absolutely stupid.
What would get you to see a Pez movie? What if they threw Pez at you during the movie? You could eat the Pez. No, don't throw it.
If I was forced to sit through a Pez movie and somebody had the audacity to throw Pez at me while I was trying to watch that piece of crap movie, he'd probably get punched in the face.
Oh man. Okay. Other news coming up.
I'm so taking Max to the Pez movie when it comes out.
Oh, the Fantastic Four movie is being prevented to critics. Critics cannot see this movie or review this movie until Thursday. Does that mean good things for this movie if critics are not allowed to see it until the day it's released? Mike, I'm going to let you go first. I think I let you go first time, but you can go again. Fun.
I don't know really, because I mean they sometimes do that with good movies too at times. I can't really gauge that, but who knows? I'm still gonna check it out just for the curiosity factor of it, and that's about it. Yes, usually I think they did that with Pixels too. It was like the day before they released all the reviews, and all the reviews were shit. So, yeah, maybe that isn't a good sign. I know there's been some behind-the-scenes drama with regards to the director and some uneasiness from the studio about the product, so we'll see. It's only a couple more days anyways. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree with you. I hope it's a good movie, and it's got such a good cast, like a really good cast. The only thing I can think of in the positive side for them keeping it from the critics is that they do think it's a good movie, but so many people have themselves set up to hate this movie that no matter how good this movie is, it's going to get panned. So maybe that's their train of thought. It's like, these guys are going to say they hate it no matter what we do, so we're just going to hold it from them until Thursday. That's the only reasonable explanation I can come up with if the movie is good. Dan?
Usually when you don't let the critics see it, it's because you're afraid they're just going to say it's horrible. I don't know if it really works the way you're saying, Jason, but maybe. I didn't really care to see it when I saw the first trailer, so.
Well, I think what it is that critics. I think critics have critics seen it, or there's just an embargo on their reviews until release.
All the critics I follow said they're not allowed to see it.
Oh, they're not.
Tonight's the first wave of shows. To talk about it until Thursday.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man turn off the dark type stuff right there.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad thing, but meh.
Max, you look lounged over there. You having a good time?
Yeah, I am having a good time. I've been having some blind faith with this movie the whole time. I mean, it was like, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. I've been like, hey, I really like the director. I really like pretty much all the actors in it. I like the Fantastic Four. I like the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic books that they're sort of basing this off of. So, I mean, there's so many things that I just want to go right that it makes me very sad to hear what they're doing. Just because, yeah, there's only really one way to look at it, and that's not good. So, I'm still gonna go see it. I got my tickets already. Gonna go see it on Thursday, but. I'm hoping it's good. This isn't a good sign, but I still hope. I honestly I hope that the studio said, "Oh my God, we can't let critics watch this movie because they don't get it, and it's actually good." But I mean, there's a really not it's a very small chance of that being the case.
Hello.
So I could see it being. Maybe not good, but maybe cultish and aimed in such a way that a very select group of people might enjoy it, and that might include you, Max. And that would be, off-putting to the studio, right? Because even if say it hits all the fanboys, that's a problem, because the fanboys will not pay single-handedly for a movie. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I will go watch it 4 times.
Yeah, that's a true story. Max hated The Dark Knight Rises, and Max saw that movie. How many times did you see that movie?
Dark Knight Rises I saw twice, because I couldn't believe it was that bad the first time I watched it. And I was waffled.
And as we all know, seeing a movie 4 times makes all the difference.
What was that
Well, if everyone went and saw it 4 times, it would make all the difference.
Oh, Max, I like how you're going to try and single-handedly save it, but, I mean, that's probably my suspicion.
I tried for Ant-Man, and they didn't hit 65 mil, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But hey, I'll give it another go. Why not?
But that's my suspicion. It may not necessarily be awful, but I have a feeling it's not going to be the blockbuster they hoped it would be, to the point of, will they make their money back this go round, was probably what they're upset about. That's my suspicion, because if it's that awful, I don't understand what went wrong. I would actually love to see the documentary, because if you've got that much talent and a good director, not a bad director either, it's just odd, unless the producer, I guess, was controlling, maybe.
Or maybe. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that maybe it's just the director's antics that the studio doesn't like. So maybe that's one of the reasons they're distancing themselves. But that doesn't make sense to me because they put a lot of money into it.
Or the critic-proof thing is because in the third act, despite all the naysaying about, oh, Johnny Storm's now a black guy, the third act gets shockingly racist. Perhaps.
Who knows? But yeah, the talent in this movie is incredible. Incredible. Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, the great actors. So the guy from Whiplash, I'm blanking on his name. Anybody?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller. 3 great actors.
Amy Belford.
I hope this movie's good. I might go see it at the drive-ins because they're playing it with Vacation. So if Fantastic Four sucks, it makes me really depressed. Maybe going into Vacation might find it funny because I hear that movie sucks too.
Oh,
so
if they're playing it with Vacation, God help them.
But Rondell, thoughts on Fantastic Four?
Still gonna go watch it, but not allowing
Have you
critics.
Have you seen the old ones?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh.
I mean, not
I
allowing.
only-
It just sounds like a bunch of insecurity.
Yeah.
How far did you guys watch the second Fantastic Four movie all the way through?
Yes.
Everybody?
I did. That was back in the day when
No.
I used to go to these movies with a mitt, and we would kid ourselves that they were mildly entertaining, so we didn't know any better. I mean, there's a few others like that. I think the original Hulk movie, we also kidded ourselves on.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that one was terrible. I watched that whole movie. I mean, like the mutant poodles are great, but
The Clouds. There's a villain of Clouds in both of those movies.
I only made it past just past the Silver Surfer entrance in the second Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, well, we're going to make you watch it as a Geek News review, Max.
No.
You're
You
going
gotta
to
do
love
the
it,
good
dude.
Star Wars movies.
You're going to love it, dude. He shows images through his stomach.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
And Galactus is a cloud.
Well, yeah, no, I heard about that. That's why I was like, wow. I just I watched the super cool intro with the Silver Surfer, Human Torch is flying around, really cool CG, and then I was like, yep, I've seen all I need to see. Goodbye.
Oh, but Max, it gets so much better after that. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
every
one
time
of
you
the
say that, I
best
just check out.
movies ever made.
All right, next
No,
up, Jurassic
sir.
World sequel planned for July 2018. Now, Max called me and told me that he hated this movie. I remember that day very vividly, and I was like, come on, this movie's going to be okay. And then I've seen it once, I fell asleep, so then I watched it a second time, and I didn't like it. I can see why it's as big as it is, because it has a lot of nostalgia in the first movie, but there's so many times this movie goes B, where it should be on sci-fi, but it's not that far. You know what I mean? Like they go up to the line of a B movie and then they draw back. Like the whole subplot of militarized dinosaurs. That's almost something you'd see on the Sci-Fi Network. But like I said, I understand why it did so big because of the nostalgia factor. But what can you do in a sequel to this movie? Like, are you gonna go full like combat dinosaurs going into like Iraq to fight for the U.S. and
T-Rex against Sharknado.
I would watch that, but I don't want to know if I want to pay to see that because I did enjoy the Sharknadoes for what they were, but
Rise of the Planet of the Dinosaurs. There you go. Just get Andy Serkis to be all your dinosaurs. T-Rex! Free!
Well, Mike, you just made me want to see Jurassic World 2. Thanks, buddy.
In response to that, Mike, I'm going to say no! No! No!
Raptors strong together!
Oh, man. Max, I know you're going to be the first person in line to see this movie.
No, I'm like, if they made it, like, because when they called it Jurassic World, I thought that the dinosaurs were going to be, like, loose on the planet. And, you know, I was like, okay, well, this is going to be different from the Jurassic Park movies because it's Jurassic World, not like, you know, Disney World. This is the Jurassic Park movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if they decide to go full on Jurassic World, and you have Chris Pratt in the Raptor Pack, you know, trying to like doing the super survival thing, I'm more down for. Give me Mad Max and Jurassic Park, merge them together. I'll go see it. You know, practical effects, less CGI. Give me that movie.
How about a little bit of Planet of the Apes thrown in there too, because the dinosaurs have taken over a lot of the Earth.
That's what we were kind of implying.
The dinosaurs can't talk or nothing.
No, we won't go that far, but they'll just be wild. Yeah, they'll be wild and loose all over the planet, and it's chaos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted. That's what I thought Jurassic World was going to be.
And what the hell? Let's get Charlize Theron in there with her robotic arm anyways, because that would be awesome too.
Bring back Nick Goldblum, and Andy Serkis plays the T-Rex.
He'll act the hell out of that T-Rex.
He will act the hell out of that T-Rex.
That's the fucking T-Rex you ever saw in your life.
Dan, thoughts? Jurassic World 2?
What if you place it like way in the future, right? And you've got like Chris Pratt's great grandson that like comes out of a cave, and it's like all the dinosaurs have evolved, and he has to go to like dinosaur court, and he gets put in dinosaur prison. but since they came from an amusement park, everything's like all happy, bright colors and shit.
Oh, I got an idea.
Does Chris Pratt's great descendant look exactly like him though?
Of course he does. And he's friends with like little raptors in dino prison, and they go and they like steal a dino car, which is just like the Flintstones in my mind, you know. they got like run with it.
I like how their society is built up around attractions. Like execution will be like whack-a-mole.
yeah. Or like the whole, you know, the dunk tank, you know.
Oh man.
Oh, go with throw John Goodman in the movie too for measures. If you can have a dino car, just have John Goodman just show up.
Oh, he getting eaten.
And he can play the Cyclops from you know. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
We're just throwing in Coen Brothers movies while we're at it.
Yeah. I mean, what the hell? You just need some nice people from like Minnesota.
I mean, we're already in the post-apocalyptic dinosaur future where Chris Pratt Reborn has to take the Raptor Squad on a legal path, so it's going to be like a John Grisham.
No, you're getting ahead of yourself, Max. The third movie is actually going to be titled Chris Pratt Reborn.
I hope you're listening, Spielberg.
It's going to be like Chris Pratt, like, in fire with, like, friggin' dinosaurs flying over him.
You're missing one crucial element, okay? The dinosaurs have to have frickin' laser guns, or this will not work.
That's fine.
No, Chris Pratt's descendant will now be part dinosaur.
They can actually make it like a part of a
part dinosaurs, so they're all like, he's half and half. We don't know how to treat that. You're touching social.
So every once in a while he'll just say a line and he'll do like a tongue lick, like. Can this be our panel? Seriously, we just plot out future movie franchises for like an hour.
That should have been our panel.
Just have people listen to our bullshit. Future movie franchises for an hour.
I'm down.
There could be a shared universe with Dinosaurs for Hire, if you remember what that was.
Yes, but if we're gonna do a dinosaur courtroom drama, you got to get Samuel L. Jackson in there somewhere.
As the judge.
Yeah, it's like,
Samuel L. Jackson's going to be the lead prosecutor.
No, he'll be the or I thought he'd be the defendant. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
They're gonna flip it. Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna switch it on you because they're gonna be like, "Do you believe that he should get the death penalty?" Be like, "Yes, he deserves to die, and I hope he burns in hell."
Oh my God, I've lost control of the podcast. It's awesome. Keep it going, guys.
You heard the jury of Dilophosaurus.
You heard it here, guys. Make that movie. I would love to see that. Who's starring in this movie again? Andy Serkis, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, and Charlize
Chris
Theron.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Chris
is that-
Pratt. You can't forget that.
Can't forget the star, Jason.
And what the hell? Let's throw in Bumblebee, because at that point, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe throw the Expendables in there too to fight some dinosaurs.
And they still haven't fixed Bumblebee's voice box.
Oh.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Beaver.
Oh man! All right, I don't even have another story lined up. I was so distracted by this conversation that since we're talking about movies, let's go into our topic for tonight, and that is our favorite Marvel movies. Or let's change this up. No, favorite Marvel movies. So it's fine. Let's just go into that. Maybe we'll get in some rants and tangents. Max, what are your top 2 Marvel movies? Doesn't have to be Marvel Studios. It can be anywhere across the board. Blade, Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. Max, you're muted.
You're muted, Max.
I know I'm muted. I was unmuting. I was in the process of unmuting. I like to take my time.
Looked like you were
Anyway.
talking.
I was talking, but that's beside the point. I was only talking about how I needed to unmute myself. Anywho, my favorite Marvel movies. Number 1 favorite, hands down, Cap 2. That's just the best one. Like I love the shield physics. They worked it all out. So when he threw the shield, you're like, yes, that's what it's supposed to look like. And then just the just random acts of badassery all around by Cap. I liked Bucky in that. I liked the Winter Soldier. I mean, just a great story. They did a good job making a spy movie that happened to have superheroes in it versus, whatever. Right after Cap 2, I'm going to have to say, oh, no, this is Marvel. I'm going to have to abridge my list here. Cap 2, then, Blade, Iron Man.
I mean, we could branch it out. You just want to do all superhero movies, comic book movies in general?
Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, hands down, right under Cap 2. I mean, that's I know that's saying a lot that I'm putting the Batman movie second, but I don't know. You just have way more fun at Cap 2 than you do with the Dark Knight. Even though the Dark Knight is an awesome, super very good movie. But yeah, those are my top 2. I mean, if I
Captain America from the 70s.
No, not Captain America from the 70s.
Or Generation X from the 90s.
Yeah, those, no. We just like to not act like those don't exist, Just put it out of your head. Like, remember that rumor that they were making a 4th Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
Who cares?
So glad that never happened.
But, Cat 2.
All
Dark
right,
Knight.
Everybody got different things? Mike?
I guess from Marvel Studios, I have to agree with Max. Cap 2 is my favorite so far out of Marvel Studios. After that, I guess Avengers, would probably be the second one, but Cap 2 definitely is the favorite. I don't know, maybe a cross between Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a tie. Outside of just the properties that they license out to people, I like Blade 2 a lot. and actually the first Spider-Man I still enjoy quite a bit. So those are my two licensed out to people Marvel movies.
I think you got those backwards. You meant to say Blade 1 and Spider-Man 2, right? That's what you meant to say?
No, I like those as well, but Blade 2, like, I mean, that's Guillermo del Toro, man. That's insanity galore. I love that shit. I mean, Blade 1 was good too. I'm just saying I like Blade 2 better. That's all. That's all. And I like Spider-Man 1 better than Spider-Man 2 because Spider-Man 2 is a running joke of let's beat the shit out of Peter and see what a dweeb he is. Constantly.
Philip, I just realized I never went to you on the last topic, so it's your turn. What are some of your favorite Marvel movies?
Oh, nice. Jurassic World? Isn't that a Marvel movie? No.
It will be when we're done with it.
Except then it would never get made on Sci-Fi because it won't get made anywhere else. Oh my lord! But anyways, so I'm going to skip over Marvel Studios because otherwise we're going to be running into the ground. But so for me, outside of it, licensed, I'm actually going to go Planet Hulk, the animated feature. I don't know how many of you all have seen that. I really enjoy that. Have you seen it, Max?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I didn't know we could go animated.
Sure.
He said movies. That's a movie. It's more than
Option. Oh snaps! Oh, I can rethink my whole answer.
I went into the well, sir. That's what you got.
But actually, yeah, Planet Hulk was one of the rare, like, decent Marvel animated movies. Like, Marvel doesn't really know how to do animation at all.
Ultimate Avengers were okay.
Yeah, the first one I thought was good. The second one was kind of crap. And then I liked the Doctor Strange movie. Yep. But then after that, it's like Planet Hulk was the next best thing. And then, yeah, that's it. That's all they got. Because every Iron Man movie sucks. All the Wolverine animation sucks. I don't know. I don't know what else they got going on, but it sucks.
Well, I think they stopped after the Marvel Studios arrangement happened, actually. Because that's how I was catching up on the Marvel Universe. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was watching all these little animated movies that came out, and Planet Hulk was awesome because that was actually, that one I believe was rated R. I don't think it was rated PG-13.
I don't think they release animation in rated R. I'm pretty sure they don't.
Because there was a lot of, I don't know, might have been borderline PG-13.
You can get away with more in a cartoon because you're drawing it. It's like, okay, well, it's all fake and they're all alien, yada yada.
Never mind the massive violence that goes on. It was awesome, though. And then...
all those people are blue.
It don't matter. It's blue blood. It ain't real. And then I'm going to go with Blade, of course, because I just really like that one. But, yeah, Planet Hulk was the one I had to go back because that's one I love to watch every so often. I just really enjoy that movie.
Another person I skipped on the last topic, Rondell. What are some of your favorite Marvel movies or superhero movies?
It would still be Usual Suspects, Cap 2, and I pretty much agree with Mike. Cap 2 and Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably give I give it edge to Avengers over Guardians of the Galaxy.
For a second, I thought you said Usual Suspects was a comic book movie. I was like,
dude, that is one of the best comic book movies of all time. How did I not see that?
Let's make it. All right, my favorite superhero movies. You got Superman 3, got The Quest for Peace, the Fantastic Four movie by Roger Corman. What else do we have? The Punisher, both of them. The Dolph Lundgren one sucked. I'm just kidding. Anyway, for me, my favorite movie in the Marvel proper would be the Avengers, just because I like the banter, I like the fun that the movie is. Captain America is definitely up there, like extremely close, but for some reason the Avengers is my favorite out of that genre. If you go over to what's that?
Puny God.
If you go over to Fox, some of the X-Men movies are okay. Spider-Man 2 would probably be Spider-Man 2 and Amazing Spider-Man 1 would be my favorites from over there. I haven't seen Blade in so long. I need to rewatch those. Dan?
Okay, we'll start with Marvel. I would go with Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like the Dolph Lundgren Punisher. I think Warzone kind of got it a little better. And Man Thing, if you've never seen it.
Oh, Dan pulled
That's
one
pretty
out.
damn cool. What's that?
I said, he pulled one out of the hat, man. Congratulations. We're all
Like
naming
their
the
version
same
of
exact
Swamp Thing?
movies.
Whatever, dude. You're gonna say, "Ooh, Dan got Man Thing." Rondell's over here, usual suspects. Give me a break, dude.
Now, Man Thing was a sci-fi picture, was it?
Yes.
Okay, just there.
But it still had the Marvel logo and crap in the front of it.
All right. What about the Hasselhoff Nick Fury?
Oh.
Dude, that was classic.
Okay.
Was
That's classic, but like old 70s Cap when he throws the bike out of the bridge isn't.
Yeah, Nick Fury.
oh, no.
David Hasselhoff's Nick Fury was so bad that they changed Nick Fury's ethnicity. So that nobody would ever be reminded of that movie.
David Hasselhoff again. But if we're doing like favorite comic book movie, I would go with Six String Samurai. Find it. Watch it. It is awesome. It's based on an indie comic a long, long time ago, but it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I got Assault on Arkham going right now. I love DC animation. I can't say enough good things about them. They've had as many bad movies as Marvel's had good movies.
What?
DC animation.
It's a very
They bad-
DC animation, or do we not now?
DC animation made like 4 bad movies, and Marvel only made 4 good ones.
Marvel's made more than 4 good movies.
No,
They
animated.
Animated.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that's where I missed that. I'm sorry. Is everybody gone? That was a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
It's not very divisive.
Yeah, we're not talking about dinosaurs taking over the Earth, so...
Speaking of, Philip, give us your thoughts on Jurassic World.
I haven't seen it, and I wasn't all that interested in seeing it, and I'm even less interested in seeing it now. So I'll probably wait until it comes to the little lovely red box.
Awesome. Or you can go to VGMX.com. Star Wars.
I can rent movies?
Star Wars is rumored to be coming to Netflix with not 1, not 2, but 3 new television series following kind of the Marvel formula. Because Marvel is now required to release one every 6 months on Netflix, which is crazy. But Max, you're the biggest Star Wars fan out of us all. What are your thoughts on more Star Wars?
Yes, please. Is there any other thoughts I have on more Star Wars? Yeah, let's do it. I love Star Wars. Let's get all kinds of stuff.
What do you want to see out of a TV show?
A TV show on Netflix, it would be cool. I mean, you could do like a fucking like the Empire is taking one planet and you're just like following some people on one planet as they're doing something. You can go galactic and have like like a spy kind of show. What I'd like to see is probably some like Boba Fett stuff, some like mercenary kind of deal where you're following a bounty hunter around. I think that would just be pretty cool. You can just load it up with action. You don't got to have a lot of plot going on. You can just make the dude super badass and call it a day.
Yeah, I would like to see out of a Netflix Star Wars show, kind of like what Agent Carter was, where it kind of gave some of the history of the Marvel Universe. I'd kind of like to see that. Give us some history of the Star Wars universe. Use the 10-episode format. It doesn't have to continue from season to season. Just do a bunch of miniseries and kind of help build some of the past a little bit, since they obviously... You don't want it to be set within the movie universe because, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has shown us, your hands can get tied a lot, and the creative freedom isn't there. But if you go far, far back into the past, I think that would be interesting. As somebody who's not the overly Star Wars fan that everybody else is, but enjoys it enough, I would like to see that.
And it would be good too, just because since they said that all the expanded universe has been wiped away and the slate is clean. You can just kind of put whatever you want in there now, and you can, like that'd be good. I'd like to see that too. Why not?
Philip?
So I'd love to see like at least one of these be more adult oriented, get kind of a little darker, a little grittier, and kind of like a great place. I think it's Coruscant. I can't remember, but the capital basically. And I would love to see this would be like a ridiculous show, but I would love to see a cop show in the middle of this of them dealing with like the seedy underbelly of the aliens and having to deal with all this stuff. I mean, it could be fascinating, or it could be really stupid, but I hope for fascinating.
Like a True Detective
Yeah,
for the
dude.
galaxy.
The cop busts in, sees Grandpa Itchy in his masturbation chair.
He knew that was coming up. Again, check our Star Wars Holiday Special review to get that reference.
Oh man. But yeah, that's what I hope. I hope at least one of those is dark. And then I know they probably have to do one that's a little bit more, younger, and then maybe one that's like, more around what the movies will be. But we'll see. I really hope they take the chance and take the risk with one of them.
Dan?
I'd like to see, since they're making 3, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see like a Knights of the Old Republic kind of one. I'd like to see Phillips Cop one, and then I'd like to see one that's just like stormtroopers getting mowed down while like ships fly over them and drop bombs and like a giant battle thing, but it won't happen.
I got an
Like
idea for one.
Band of Brothers, the Star Wars show.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just like you could take like the plot line of like any of the Battlefront games and just make a show out of it so that everybody's just like, oh no, it's a grenade.
Mike?
I don't know. It would make me extremely happy anyway.
They should just lampoon all their successful next Netflix shows in the Star Wars universe. Show the early political career of young Palpatine working his way up through the system, and he breaks the fourth wall and talks to the camera in a southern accent, even though he doesn't really have one in the original series, but whatever. And just get Kevin Spacey to play him. He has an assistant who kills all, like, hookers who could whistle blow on him and shit like that. What else is there? Arrested Development with Chewie's family, essentially, in the role. That could work. And then send Princess Leia to an all-women's prison.
Nice. One of my ideas for a show is remake The Odd Couple, but set it in college years with Chewie and Han Solo. And they do the situational comedy where they put the line down the center of the apartment and they're not allowed to pass over. Yeah, you could do that. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah, one of them is OCD. The other one is a giant frickin' monkey dog.
So like Han goes to the bathroom, like Chewie's hair is all over his toothbrush, and he gets all angry. And
Chewie's hair is all over everything, and he's like, "Yeah."
We're just
Chewie,
doing.
could you please stop shedding all over the apartment?
Here we go. It's Han, Chewie, and R2-D2. Two and a half men because one's a Wookiee and one's a droid.
I love it.
That's good. That's good. Get Charlie Sheen to play Han Solo. Rondell, what would you like to see out of a Star Wars television series?
Give me a Wookiee story. I guess Ewoks have been done, so. No. Give me Bubba the Hutt making his come up in the world.
I say do Why the Last Gungan, starring.
Shut your mouth.
Fail.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You wouldn't want to see that?
No.
I will burn everything to the ground.
And I will join Max in burning anything
John-
he misses.
Jar Jar Binks reimagined as a gritty vigilante.
There we go.
Yeah, he's a blind lawyer by day, but then he becomes the Jar Devil.
you said going die.
On his descendants, avenging his reputation.
Oh my goodness.
Next
Okay,
up,
well, you can do Philip's gritty cop show, except Jar Jar Binks gets murdered in the first scene, and then they gotta figure out what happened.
Awesome.
yeah, that's
Because no one
brilliant.
would care.
Oh,
or
rating already.
you remember Gary Oldman's Jamaican drug dealer from True Romance?
Yes.
Just reimagine Jar Jar as a drug dealer.
Oh man, but that would be good.
And the
That
cop on
would-
the case is none other than Matthew McConaughey. Oh man.
You can't be dealing in death sticks here, Jar Jar. Ooh, what's he gonna do, coppers?
It's been fun tonight, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope the people listening are having as much fun as we are. Please let us know in the comments section below if you think we're nutty and on drugs, or if you enjoy the podcast, which we're not nutty and on drugs. We're just very extremely
You speak for yourself.
hyper individuals. Max does not speak for everybody here at Three Geeks Network.
No, I
Coming
speak for myself.
up, we have Dungeons and Dragon is getting a reboot. Why not?
Talking about dragons.
Well, so I mean, I don't know if it needs to be a reboot. It's just another movie in the long line of Dungeons and Dragons movies that they've done. I don't even know what number this is. I know at least this is like the third one that I can remember. So, whatever. I mean, if it actually, there's so much that they could do with it. I don't know if they ever will, though. I mean, really, it's just a fantasy movie, honestly. I mean, the Dungeons and Dragons name really is there mostly just to try and capture fans and get people more interested in it. We'll see. It would be interesting if they could make a really cool dragon movie. I can't think of a decent one that I can really remember. Other than that, that's my piece.
I got an idea. You get Marlon Wayans back from the first movie, and you bring in The Rock and Channing Tatum, and you cross over G.I. Joe into the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Take it from there, Dan.
Actually, it's been done. It's an anime series. It's called Those Who Hunt Elves. No, I mean I enjoy the really bad D&D movies that have come out. The reason why they can't do a really good dragon, Philip, is that they have no budget, and so it's just and you get like maybe a 30-second shot of a dragon flying, and then you're back to the really bad acting and the guy with the blue lips. But yeah, if they actually had a budget, and I mean, you're thinking like Lord of the Rings, and they're like sci-fi movie budget. So yeah, that's what you get. But I'll watch it because what the hell.
Max? Any that?
Yeah, no, it's Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it could be good, right? Like, it could be everything you want to. It's like, hey, it's a fantasy epic. There's gonna be fucking dragons in it, but it's not gonna be that. You're wanting Lord of the Rings, and you're gonna get Dungeons and Dragons with Marlon Wayans in it. So I mean, it's gonna be terrible. It's probably just I want it to be good. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I would play it now if you could find the right people. But it's the movie's probably gonna suck. There's nothing to say. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be a crappy movie. They're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna go up against Pez. That weekend, whenever they come out, and there's gonna be like, all right, well, Dungeons and Dragons made $10, but Pez managed to squeak out 15. So here we go. I guess that's the big winner for the weekend. Just crappy movies.
I like how you brought that all full circle, Max. But hey, I'll play Dungeons and Dragons with you. I would love to play Dungeons and Dragons. Liz will play. We just gotta find a good dungeon master.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta find somebody who's willing to deal with that crap.
Well, dude, we're gonna be doing a panel at Comic-Con. We'll have 40,000 people to ask. Somebody will want to be a dungeon master.
Only if you can find somebody to dungeon master.
If you're a dungeon master, please come see us at our booth at Columbus Comic-Con. We will gladly speak with you about Dungeons and Dragons later that evening. Mike, your thoughts? That could get scary.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, if you're going to reboot something, why not go with the fantasy stuff? They're going to go on a gamble anyways soon with Warcraft, right? Like that, there's a World of Warcraft movie coming out soon,
Yep.
so we'll
but
see
at
how
least
that...
that's not gonna be.
What's that?
That's going to be like not like live action. It's going to be like more of a CG kind of deal.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, regardless, I mean, see how well that does. One thing I want out of this is please make Jeremy Irons the constant for all these movies. Like he's the Nick Fury of Dungeons and Dragons. Just have his character pop up to be hammy as shit in every movie for about 5 minutes, and I'll be happy. I'll watch the movie. He was the
so
best
good
part
in
of.
the first one.
He was so good in that first. And again, yeah, like that dude with the blue lips. Yeah, have those two come as a package deal. Have them show up even in the background. Like I don't even care if they're like the villains. Just have them in the background, and he's just there, you know, twiddling his thumbs evilly, and the guy with the blue lips is just there with blue lips, and they're just like.
You know that they're making all these movies, like Mike just said, World of Warcraft. Have they like said anything about a Magic the Gathering movie? It almost seems like that is the next thing on the horizon, a Magic the Gathering movie, because Magic is huge now, probably bigger than it was 10 years ago. I could just see that being the natural progression on this news train that we're on.
When they can get the bugs out of the Magic the Gathering like online video game, then they can work on a movie.
Okay, hey, fuck your video game, but it's just surprising to me that they would pull like Battleship before they pulled Magic the Gathering. You know, like they're sitting here trying to figure out how to make a Tetris movie before they make something that's like easily adaptable.
Well,
Magic the Gathering is the same as Dungeons and Dragons. You just gotta make a
Right.
fantasy movie.
it's all
That's-
dependent on what Liam Neeson wants to do as a project, Max.
Oh, funny enough, you all mentioned that. Apparently, as of June 13th, 12th, and 14th of last year, 2014, there was news that they were making a Magic the Gathering movie with Simon Kinberg leading it, and one of the writers from the Game of Thrones was writing it. There is no more news after that, so it may have died a horrible, horrible death. But
So, or expect your Magic the Gathering to be chock full of nudity, incest, and murder. So,
I'm
that
down.
could be fun.
Yeah, why not?
Great.
Mike's just drinking
You're talking
straight out
guys.
the
You're
bottle,
talking
buddy.
people who watch anime. You can't get any weirder than the Japanese.
That is very true. A little squid sex.
Rondell, did you ever play Magic or Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Yeah, we're probably the nerdiest people.
Rondell doesn't have 2 words for that shit.
All right, that is all I got. I don't even think we could top that. Philip, take us into video game news.
So apparently, I guess PlayStation the Plus, they give away games every month. It's like a list of like between 4 and 6, 2 for each platform. So apparently, what they're going to start doing now, which is I guess a rumor leaked and then Sony admitted to it, they're going to actually let customers vote for what game it is. So they're going to have 3 games, and I think you get to vote for one. And based on those 3, that's the one that's free, and the other 2 are discounted. I think this is a way to kind of get them, a little more customer appreciation. Because right now, like PlayStation is dominating right now, PlayStation 4. But the problem is they're not releasing games, and I think they're getting a little nervous because they're still waiting until next year. And so we'll have to see how that kind of works out. I mean, I don't know if anyone. I think everyone here pretty much either plays Xbox. I don't know if if that really sells anyone on it, or if Xbox did it, would it sell you more on it? Max? Nah.
I mean, that'd be cool. I'm just an Xbox guy. Like I'm old-fashioned that way. When I first started gaming, I bought me an Xbox, and I'm gonna keep on buying Xboxes until the day I die. But so that's just how I feel. I don't like the feel of a PlayStation controller. Look. Okay, here's the test of all tests. They put Batman on the PlayStation, and I still didn't buy it. If that's not going to get me to buy it, then there's really nothing you can do. So I'm stuck with an Xbox. I don't even care if Xbox is the shittiest fucking system out there. I'll probably still get that one just because that's the one I've been had for the whole time.
No worries there, buddy. But yeah, so to me, I thought it was interesting. I don't really think, like, even if Microsoft were to do it, because I'm in the same boat as you, Max. I've always been Xbox. I don't really think it's going to move me off my console, but I think it might encourage the people that are there to maybe not wander away. But I still think if people have the extra money and they want to play other games, I think they're going to end up buying an Xbox. Not that at this point, I don't understand why PlayStation or Sony in this case would care, because they're like, oh wait, they already got our console, we're good. So I don't know. I think it's just a way to try and get some fan respect. And then, hey, and Dan, I have some good news for you. I know you're a Splatoon fan. So this week they're releasing an update. There's a few new modes. One is Private Battle, which is interesting. I mean, Nintendo has been trying to figure out the multiplayer game for a long time, even though Sony and Microsoft have got that nailed down. But so Private Battle is actually going to be where you can set up your own, basically only friends or people you want to invite multiplayer session. So that way you don't have to play with randoms if you want to play with just your friends and only your friends without having to worry about, setting up a few people and then somebody hops in the room and you're like, crap, I need to get another guy in the room, and you kick him out. And then the level cap is going to go from level 20 to level 50. How do you feel about this, Dan? Are you still playing Splatoon?
Yeah. They keep dropping like different things like every week. Like you get a new map and a couple new guns and this and that. It's kind of neat the way they're doing it because they're just kind of spreading it around, and it's all free. I mean, you don't have to pay for the downloads. But I mean, I guess it keeps you into it longer than just I mean, if you get a Call of Duty and you throw it in, and it's like, well, I played what I wanted to play, and that's it now. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Cool. Yeah, and then the game I'm excited for that came out today is Rare Replay. So what that is, if you all remember the developer Rare, going all the way back to Nintendo days. So I'm actually going to have a question for everyone in kind of the group, kind of like games that they used to love. But basically, so the Rare Replay is going to include all the way back to RC Pro-Am, Battletoads. It's going to have, what's the middle one? Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, if you love those games. It's going to have Conker's Bad Fur Day. What else? I'm trying to think of all the lists. It's a huge list because it's 30 games on there, and it's 30 games for $30, and it's for Xbox One only, I believe. I don't believe they made it for the 360. It's also going to have, and Jason, just for you, it's going to have Viva Pinata.
I never played that.
I thought you did, because I thought you were the one that was telling me about how easy achievements were in that game.
Oh,
back when you were in your achievement horror day, remember?
No, highly
the good old days.
Achievements all day.
Ah, okay.
She was like 2, but she was really good at that game.
She was 2 and awesome at Viva Pinata. That's awesome. So
Viva Pinata has the stupidest packaging I've seen on a game in my entire life. That is the dumbest thing ever.
So are there any games that you can really like? Do you all remember Rare games? I don't know if you all remember those from your old Nintendo days.
RC Pro-Am. I'm buying that. I didn't know that was out today. I would have gone and bought it already. As soon as we end this podcast, I'm probably going to buy it somewhere.
Oh, so you remember that game we were looking for NES for the longest time, Digger T Rock? That's a Rare game. I didn't realize how many games they made for the NES. It was like over 40 or 50 for the original NES. Now all of them were not great, but definitely. I mean, I think RC Pro-Am 1 and 2 are going to be on here. I'm trying to think of more modern games. Perfect Dark is going to be on there. They can't, of course, release GoldenEye because, licensing and all.
They could release GoldenEye, but they want it to be their own properties.
Yes. You are correct, sir. I remember that now. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. So I'm really excited for that. I have that coming in the mail, so that should be here tomorrow.
If they had put GoldenEye on there and worked it out, so they could have, this game would have sold probably 4 times the amount of copies it's going to sell now. Because can you get GoldenEye on anything besides buying it on a 64?
Well, they made like the reloaded ones.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not
that too. Well, they made it for. Didn't they release it digitally for the Wii console?
I don't think so.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I shall look that up.
Because I know the Wii had its own like the revamped disc, but I don't know if they ever released like basically the ROM onto the Wii Shop.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just the box, the remaster of GoldenEye 007.
Is that all our video game news?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, sir.
I got one thing to add. The
Yeah.
backwards compatibility is coming to the Xbox One in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's my personal belief is by Rare actually developing a lot of this, I have a feeling that they were kind of unintentionally, they probably figured out backwards compatibility because they had to get Viva Pinata, a bunch of Banjo games working, and like, oh wait a minute, here we go, we've got an emulator, sweet, and then now they actually have a way because they pretty much said they can make anything backwards compatible that any developer wants to release. So if any publisher says, yeah, we want to release this, it can basically be backwards compatible. It's essentially a giant emulator. That's it. They have everything set up so it'll work that way. Well, as well, I guess if we want to talk about that, Gamescom starts tomorrow, which is the European, basically, game conference. It's really aimed, so how we have, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on E3? So why we have E3, right? That's aimed at consumers, whereas Gamescom is, or not consumers, it's aimed at vendors. Gamescom is actually aimed at consumers, so it's primarily you go in there and I've heard it's a ton of fun as basically like a convention kind of person. Like if you're just going there because they're trying to get you interested in things, they're trying to get you at booths, so things work better, you get more access. So I've heard it's a lot of fun, but I think it's in Germany every year.
Awesome. Max, anything to add to comic book news?
Yeah, not really comic book news. This is just something I kind of ran across, and I think it's freaking awesome. Check out G.I. Joe versus Cobra versus Decepticons.
All right.
I will check that out.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it. Except that it's G.I. Joe's versus Cobra versus Decepticons.
Awesome.
What is that?
Yeah, what is
Is
it?
that me?
I don't know.
I think that was you, sir.
So I've got some.
I fixed it. Sorry.
I've got some announcements to make. We will be, some variation of us will be at TriCon on August 22nd. On August 29th at VGMX on Strog Road, we will be hosting an Evil Dead marathon. Come and see all 3 movies starring Ash. We'll show whatever clips and trailers are available at that time for the new Evil Dead television series. We will probably do a live podcast immediately following the marathon, which anybody that's in attendance is more than welcome to join us. On September 12th through the 13th, we'll be at the Toy Show on the fairgrounds. And then September 18th through the 20th, we will be at Wizard World Comic Con looking for our Dungeon Master. And just Max will be playing some Mario Kart. Come hang out with us. We'll be doing some live podcasts. We're going to have Nintendo 64 set up, maybe an NES. We don't know yet. It's going to get nutty. We have a bunch of prizes, and when I say we've got prizes, we've got prizes. The grand prize will be a $100 gift card. All you have to do is like us on Facebook and join the event. That's really the requirements. And then listen to the podcast to find out if you want or not. But that's really it. It's easy enough. Check out our buddy Mike at youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Also, look for him on Periscope at Mike McG Music. Is that right? I'm promoting.
Yeah, I mean it's my Twitter handle, so yeah.
Yeah, I have Mike gets on there and he does some tunes. I've never heard Mike sing before, so he's been doing it when I've been studying or when I've been cleaning, so it's been perfect timing for it. But yeah, very good stuff. I highly recommend checking it out.
What are you talking about? You never heard Mike sing before? He put down the Suicide Squad main theme right here on this podcast, exclusive for all of our listeners.
Oh, I've heard Mike off and on do stuff, but never in full. He does a nice little set. I mean, he was on for what, half an hour today?
Yeah, about a half hour, 40 minutes. And that's a great thing about Periscope is you can just do it live, and if you got people watching, you can interact with them. I'll take requests, sure.
Awesome. I'll remember that next time I'm watching you. I'll be sending requests all day, Mike. But and maybe he'll do his rendition of the Suicide Squad anthem for everybody. Anyway, yeah, check us out on all those dates. Please comment, like below. From all of us, have a great night.